Hello, hello, hello! I am Kasasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently, on a mission that makes everybody unhappy. Minophilia is unhappy. Ingrid's unhappy. I was just having a conversation with Ingrid. He asked me why I still had level 70 accessories on, and I told him to mind his business. Ingrid is tired of waiting around. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nervy's leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. But before we can do the mission that makes everybody unhappy, we must first get the trolley working. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear what Guthjon has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Is this our man? Oh, who are you? What are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. We are wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. If you have already played the story, then I would say yes. I definitely don't recommend boosting yourself to 70 if you have not. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is Leone. All the tallows in the Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, what's left, if anything, is far... oh my god. Or were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. Oh no, then I definitely... I definitely don't recommend boosting. Even if you weren't playing through the story, the way the game works is that it teaches you mechanics as you go along. And so by the time you're 70, 80, the mechanics of the fights and stuff have gotten a lot harder. But because you have skipped ahead, you haven't, like, absorbed anything. So, I would play it from the beginning. There is the free trial, after all. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still here, but they could give out at any time, which is why so much of the mine is closed off. Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leone that may be overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine, what do you want? The other day I found Volberg gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Volberg gold piece. And when you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Akali. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. Do you actually do something and find it, Thancred? As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I'll handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after, in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drops effect wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. Oh, dark side. You search the shadows but find nothing. Perhaps the gold piece lies elsewhere. Oops. At long last, become what you must. A bad dad. You search the shadows but find nothing. Perhaps the gold piece lies elsewhere. Why do I have these secrets? Why do I have this knowledge? As you search the shadows, a glint catches your eyes. You turn over a rock and you find the Volberg gold piece. I don't know how to be a bad dad. But I'm sorry. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool for me of thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Or maybe she is. Yours, at least, in the end. My contribution was little more than poor company. There you go. Cerberus has got you. Cerberus has got the tricks. Well. Well, I couldn't have done... I have to compliment this man? Ugh. Well, I couldn't have done it without your sun drops. So you say... But you have proven knack for success regardless of circumstances. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive Korthan Wilderness and the Imperial Capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthjon, and sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better. I don't have time for your pity party, Thancred. You're back? Wait, does that mean... I'll be damned, you actually found it! Well, a deal's a deal, but don't think this means you'll find what you're after. Luckily for you, Guthjon is a man of his word. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off, but you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Oh, bright. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you did not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leon. First, I have to ask, you ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them by another name, though. I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. I think the former, because you're lying. At least you're being honest. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach, and on occasion they come back with something valuable. They dig up Leon in the mines. It's a rare occurrence, but yes, that said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms? Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and crack their backs. I should warn you, though, this method of mining, if you can call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something. Bring it here and I'll have a look. We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. Oh, worms. Oh, I guess they'll come out at another spot. That makes... Well, I've already committed to the sprint. I'm trying to be very zen. Just deep breaths. Keep our cool. Something happened off stream that made me stark raving mad. But I'm not gonna, it's gonna be good. Fight worms. Hang out with Thancred a bunch. More worms! Wait, these aren't worms. I have to do this 7 times? Oh my god. I remembered. I thought I was doing this quest yesterday, and I remembered it being absolutely miserable. My god. World of Warcraft levels of nonsense. That's not true. If it was World of Warcraft, we would still need 7, but not every single one of them would drop it. I would have to fight like 50 of them. I don't think Rid was going to help. Are some of these empty? Nope. This will be 4. Another one up there. Alright, 5. And the rest will be in this path over here. Just 2. Oh, I hope it's not there. I already did that. I hope. The last one, right? Right. All these flakes together and make ourselves a rock. There really was 7 in every, like, I had to fight several things in each one. Awful. Ooh, which would I choose? Oh, I would choose the dragon that drops from the EX fight of the final boss of Shadowbringers expansion. I cannot say his name because it is a spoiler, but it is a beautiful black and purple dragon made by that character himself, and I love it very dearly. I ground out that mount for weeks. Never saw a single one drop and had to buy it for 99 totems. But I love it dearly. I found my fair share of rocks. Hopefully, there's Leon among them. There you are. Find anything promising? Between the two of you, I'd say you got quite the haul. Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take some time for me to sift through all this. Oh, the Porksy. The Porksy is very good.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia.
Oh, go on, Thancred.
But prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner.
I did know that, actually. Philomean was the one that taught her about rocks. And Minfilia went and the very first thing she... Oh, they removed this quest from... They removed this quest from the main storyline to make the ARR patches shorter. No, they removed the earrings. They removed Flameon's earrings, but this is an ARR patch thing anyway. Minfilia was very, very interested in mining when she was growing up with Flameon and Thancred, and Flameon taught her all about it, and the very first stone she ever got was a cat's eye. It's a cat's eye stone. And she gave it to Flameon, who wears it as a necklace to this day. And then the quest they removed from ARR was Tataru was going through a phase of wanting to be more than a secretary, which is fair. And she asked Minfilia to teach her about mining, and Minfilia did. And Tataru gets a cute little pink mining outfit and goes into Mordona to mine. Almost gets killed by a Morble, and then quits mining. But yes.
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily.
We will actually learn about this when we finally do our class, or our crafting quests. And if you didn't start in Ul'dah, you probably actually don't know a lot about Thancred and his history with Minfilia, because you get flashbacks depending on who you start out with. So you get flashbacks of Y'shtola if you start in Laminsa, Popolo and Ida in Redania, and then Thancred is in Ul'dah. So what happened, and why he is so guilty and grief-stricken all the time, is there was to be a big festival in Ul'dah, and they had a caged Gubu. Thancred was supposed to be watching this because there were supposed to be some Imperial spies at the time. Thancred finds 2 women and wanders off with them. No one is now keeping an eye on the festival. The Garlean spy sets loose the Gubu. The Gubu becomes enraged and rampages through Ul'dah. Minfilia is in the path of the Gubu. Her father pushes her out of the way. Her father dies. Part of this also happens because Flameon was part of a resistance group with her husband. It might have been her boyfriend, but I think it was her husband. He also dies to the Gubu. And they sort of instigated all the commotion, which is how the Gubu and the Imperial spy managed to happen anyway. So Flameon gets her husband killed and Minfilia's father. Thancred, not keeping an eye on any of that, also blames himself for it. So Flameon takes in Minfilia to sort of atone for it all. Thancred helps raise. Yeah, he had some wiggly arms. So that it is all a path of grief, but they all grew to appreciate one another.
Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been.
Yep.
Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
I can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then.
Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Aw.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Ooh, wine red is a good dye. Not for me, though. He's in a lot of housing items. I hope we would find Leonie, but to find that particular specimen is nothing short of a miracle. Just, Gustjon is still reeling at your miraculous find. I wouldn't believe it if I had not seen it for myself. Before you set it in the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years, he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him, you have my word. Thank you, Gustjon, for all of your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Ooh, the dancing weapon quest line. Or fate quest, fate chain. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Gods, what do we say? What? No, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run and you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. No, no, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but... I said take it! It was you who found it, you who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urianger? tried this yesterday too. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but by the sounds of it, you have a knack for handling strange requests. On the bright side, Oriange had taught me a lot about the Talos and their hearts. I think I can help if they need further repairs. Finally, we move on from Nabatharang, assuming this works, of course. You found Leon! Truly! Then what are we waiting for? Let's get this trolley moving! You what? By the gods, I didn't think it was possible. Thou art returned, and with Leon it would seem. As promised, the Taloth has been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jarek, Thaf, and Menvilia. At last we shall return time to the timeless, the sentinel of stone, that we may press onwards towards Nabath Array. Very good. Now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus!
Me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't.
She's got a hard choice ahead of her.
Thee, child?
This is a good moment. I feel she's not being dramatic. She's a little girl that has to make a very hard decision. And she's worried that if she makes the one where she chooses to live her own life, everyone will hate her and be disappointed. Because she's not the woman that she thinks they want. And Thancred has given no indication of otherwise. She's scared.
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me.
Oh,
I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me. that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day.
She does, and she deserves each and every one.
Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets. For the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Oriange is a good dad. Have you no words for her?
Not today.
Jesus Christ, my dude.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Do not be rude to him.
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for her energies. And I am not in the habit of pointing her at my enemies like a weapon.
Okay.
Is that right? Fond of her, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of her mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere.
Jesus.
The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
It really is. They also have similar color schemes, save for the blue of the Crystal Exarch. Their outfits are red, black, white, and gold. And Emet-Selch is evil, so his is mostly black, and the Exarch is questionable, so his is mostly red. I'm tired of this man. No, not this one. This one. I like this one.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
I don't point the Warrior of Light at my enemies, he said, directing us to the nearest Light Wardens. Exhausting. I'm fine, really. It's just been a long day. I give you a hug. It's gonna be okay. Jesus. I only want what's the best for that. Well, I only want what's best for her. If only she could see that. Man, you gotta use your words, though. Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss, which bringeth me to the question. How didst thou find Thancred during our search? He spoke of Minfilia, of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. A regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when he must face the reality of the circumstance, but I have faith... The dog is under Uriange's. But I have faith that all will be well in time. Now let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Nabeth Lorang await. Magnus is grinning from ear to ear. It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it, or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the ruins. Even after you'd found the Leon, I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I'll tell you now, I'm going to take care of this Talos. For both their sakes. On behalf of my family and the Miners of Twine, thank you. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get you to Nabeth Lorang, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos presence resolves the issue of the gate? Yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Nabetharang. I just used the NPCs so that we can take our time and look around. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get the Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Granted, I make the NPCs pull as much as I can, so if you wanted to come, that would be fine. So long as you, if you don't mind tanking. Let us repair to the mines, then. I don't know if we'll get that far today. Before we go, while you were away with Akali, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one, it's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it'll do, but I wanted you to have it, for luck. Menvilia, We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. You're running out of time to not be a tool, Thancred. Oh, it's so far. It's stopping me from having a good time. That being said, there was stuff I meant to look at in Raktika, but I was way too concerned with making Thancred tank every mob on the path. So, I was irresponsible. Luckily, Thaf and Jarek didn't spend the last few years trying to drink themselves to death and had the good sense to maintain this stuff. I'll have to thank them later. Ever since we got the Talos moving again, Jarek has been acting strangely. Perhaps strange isn't the right word. We're overexcited, but as long as he gets the job done, I suppose I can't complain. I know what you're thinking, and I will talk to her when the time is right. All appeareth ready for the grand departure, but one task yet remaineth. So this is it. We're finally going to Nabetharang. I've thought long and hard what to say to her, to the real Menphilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. That's no reason to give up though, not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me to get there. Now let's not keep Magnus waiting. I'm really bad at this duty. But let's go. There you are. So what do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit. But Dadlius Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Alright then, watch your step.
Orianger?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabartha Reng lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabartha Reng, after giving the Yulmorans the slip.
Orianger. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble.
Orianger, good boy.
The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
Ah, that must be the gate.
Well, so far so good.
Wait, is that Ranjit?
Raw beans.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
How is he still alive? It's a mystery.
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you. And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms! And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry! Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself her protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
I think you both suck equally. Well, let's go. This fight is hard. It really is. This fight is hard. I remember fucking it up. Maybe I will do better. Probably not, though. How many buttons do I have? 5. What do they all do? Oh, that's a 1 minute. Got it. Recast time 30 seconds. So there's no reason not to. What? Aw, you bitches. Is it? Yeah, it does fucking take forever. I love doing no damage to this man. I think that's my favorite part.
East of my blood, answer my call!
Reaper class? Oh, Jesus, fiends. It's causing Brutal Shell to block. Is that your passive, Thancred? Okay. If I fail this, I will simply turn it to easy. I don't have the time to fuck around with this.
When will you learn?
I know it gets really intense later. Fuck, I don't know. This looks like a problem just for me. I genuinely don't remember. Okay. Do I do it now? I know, do I do it now though, or do I wait?
Not good.
I'm just vibing. Oh, I see. Well, when do I stop casting? There we go. God. Well, that's unfortunate. You dodged it. I didn't mean to use my potion. I can't reach the 5 with my small fucking hands. So I just always end up hitting 4. It's just life.
And you presume to be her protector? Pathetic.
Fair and true. My god.
No quarter!
Oh shit. Please don't kill me. Well, good enough. That's 5 fucking plus. Oh, fuck. Oh, hell yeah. I've made a situation for myself.
Why do you persist in this folly?
I fucking...
Is that all?
Okay, bye.
Fall!
What? Well, that's deeply unfortunate. What if I just did it behind you?
Fools to a man! Fall!
Okay. Cool. Ingrid. 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 Oh fuck yeah, I love bone stacks. I'm gonna wait for him to do it. Never mind. Thancred's gonna pass out on me.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide, ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
This is the place, Cully. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happened, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer Twine and Amarang to return to Nabitharang. The look in Minfilia's eyes is equal parts trepidation and determination. I can sense her presence, albeit faintly. Come on, let's go have a look over by the crystal wall. She was here, on top of that building.
Is this...
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
No, stand back. We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place...
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
It's good to see you again.
My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. "'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself."
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities. And all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
"'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share, though my power was all but spent in staying the flood. I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them, but do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Thank you for the sippy. What happened? I remember speaking with Minfilia, and then... Is something wrong? Everything has changed. Your hair, it's changed. A parting gift, I think. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me. The path she set before all the Minfilias. But she's given me a new path, a new life that I can call my own. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. And the Light Wardens. There's one here and Amarang. Let's hurry back, the others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you? There's only one way to find out. I know there's no getting around it, but... Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. I just need a moment to think. Are they all the way back in Twine? Of course not. Let's not. All right. Thou art returned, but where is Minfilia? Welcome back. I see you fared better than Thancred. Akali, thank the gods you're all right. You're back. We were beginning to worry about you. It's got dandelions.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? She wasn't the one that nearly got herself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
She's so cute.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
she will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Sure.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen? Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, does this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Reen's aether has changed. It's taken a faint golden hue. Curious. Do you have any idea how worried we were when word reached us that Ranjit was alive and headed for the Hills of Amber? I can't wait for this to be over so we can all go home. Assuming we even can. Minfilia will be sorely missed. Though it was grandfather's legacy which first brought me to Eorzea, I would have never become a scion were it not for her. Indeed, there would be no scions, and two worlds would be the worse for our absence. Tataru and the others will no doubt be heartbroken to hear the news of her passing. Until such time as we can return to them, however, we must keep our heads held high. Though we have lost one scion, we have gained another, after all. Thank you for standing by, Reen, and Minfilia. I'm sure it meant a lot to her seeing you one last time. Would that I could have been there to hear what words were exchanged between them. When all this is over, perhaps I'll ask. Despite this glad turn of events and suffering born of mine all too arrogant meddling, paineth me still. And yet their smiles do give me hope for the morrow. For perhaps the first time, the look on Reen's face is one of utter relief. I honestly don't know how to repay you for all you've done, but I promise to do whatever I can to help. Are you certain you're up to fighting so soon? I can't imagine the power of the Oracle is something one learns to wield in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but the presence of the Light Wardens is unmistakable to me now. The fact, I sense one here in Amarang to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's as we suspected. We thought it prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to your arrival. To the west, we found remains of a site known as Malake's Well. Malakeek's Well. What the fuck is wrong with me? I have said that well's name 1,000 times, and I had to read it out loud right now, and I fucked it up. I said every letter of it incorrectly. If I recall correctly, the well was built in remembrance of one of the ancient kings of Nabatharang to serve as a source of respite from the desert heat. It fell into disuse after the flood, whereupon the miners of Amarang thought to turn part of it into an excavation site. I just bumbled that word about as hard as you can bumble a word. And right alongside any time Urianger says anything. Judging by its size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive, the perfect hiding place for a warden. Reen, are you certain you can track it down? Leave it to me. Then it's settled. We make for Malik's Well. I still said it wrong. Malachi? It's fine. It does not matter. I simply won't say that word anymore. Malakite. That'll do it. Close enough. A marvel of ingenuity, is it not? Something about this doesn't feel right. Though I cannot see it as you do, it is no less awe-inspiring. The warden is down there. I can feel it. I didn't expect to see Talos wandering about, much less of their own accord. How long must it have been since their creator's bones turned to dust? Thank you. That the walls should still bear so great a burden after countless years of neglect bespeaketh the surpassing skill of the architects. It's here. I can taste its aether on the wind. Then we finally found our mark. Let's put an end to this, Akali, and return the night sky to Amarang. Malika's well. There we go. I did it. I'm gonna go a little over. I should probably leave this for tomorrow, but... Or not tomorrow, Saturday. No, Tank. Q's not here. Wait, hold on. I asked you to be Tank. Yeah, Q's not here. That was the whole conversation we had. So that we, so that we didn't get rushed through it. I've been here for like an hour 45 minutes. You can pull a little harder than that. I can't wait to cast Benediction on you, and for it not to take, and you die anyway. We got a spooky little ghost. They're so little and so spooky. Yeah, it was real bad yesterday. I cast Benediction on Yak, and Yak also cast Hallowed Ground, and neither took. Bad. The red mage is single target damage. My spell speed is absurdly slow. I know. I don't want to say anything, but yeah, they are not AoE. People take not even criticism. People take advice very badly in this game. Have you ever told a healer to DPS in this game? They get super mad about it. I will say, random age. They've been using it was their reply. So that was their response to me. Right. Oh shit, I forgot about this part. I saw it too, but that's why I was like, there is literally no point in saying anything. They're going to tell me I'm wrong, or that they have been. It is just not, it is not worth saying anything, and they'll take it as an insult. I saw that too. I saws it. I saws it. I know I haven't seen a single scatter. Like, I know I haven't. But I'm just gonna... I'll let it go. It's not a big deal. I don't think these pulls can get very big. I think there's like one last big pull. So it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a scatter. Oh, see, there's AoEs. That's nitpicking that I just can't. I'm not strong enough. If I go back in chat and be like, you should stunner your AoEs more. Simply I will get reported and banned. All I can ask is that you know what an AoE button is. I shouldn't have used a lily. God damn it. I was like, don't use a lily. Don't use a lily. Then I went and used a lily. This game really just wants to give me earrings. As someone who has all the classes to 80, I cannot tell you how to play a good handful of them. Oh, the bard's name is Isekai. That's very good. And they're a spooky little ghost. Where'd our bard go? I have not been in here in a minute, so let me see if I know how to do this. Okay. First of all, I know how arrows work. I'm good. Sploosh. I'm just gonna get pushed back again. Oh, I should have committed. I should have standed my ground and glared. Thank you for the sippy. Take that real quick. Oh, I gotta go. I missed the Peloton. Fuck. I'm coming. More healing area. Oh no, heck. I'm not doing their AoE spectacular. I would like some gear. Oh, yak, why? I should have saved it. I'm just like... I just want gear. Slide cast. CAOE, yeah. Yeah. This one's spicy. Oh, I did get things like that. Nah, I'll have a lily. Easy. Oh, my dot fell off. Answer weapons. What about me? What about my needs? It's all good. There's not a lot to see in the well. And I get distracted by, like, also wanting to go fast. No, they cast... I saw their red mage thing after the fact. I think it was after you said scatter, do you have it? I saw it's a flower shape at a certain point. So they were casting it. Yeah. So impact was being cast. It's all good. Oh, I've never seen this drop. I would like that, please. A bracelet? No, it's a ring! Finally. Wow. He beat me with a 66! I had a 64! That's okay. Swap out. Yay. A ring. Oh, and I got the top out of pity. That was my pity item. Hell yeah. Oh, look at me! I look so cute. It goes good with my pants.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabartha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hells had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the... Are you seeing this? The sky. It...
At last, night has returned to Amareng. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back
back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
Perhaps the administrations were not as thorough as I thought, or perhaps I was a touch too reckless. If only I could have seen the look on Magnus's face when the night sky returned. They must all be so happy. What about you, Akali? Do you feel different at all? Is this not the moment Emet-Selch usually chooses to descend upon us? Whatever will we do without his feigned praise and backhanded compliments? Once more shall the night share equal dominion over the firmament, and yet our travails are far from over. We did it! We really did it! I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, together, Akali. Alright, I have to leave everybody out here. No, because that will suck getting back to. Because I have to go to Eureka tomorrow. I will actually take this next quest just to get everybody out of here. And then we will move on. We will call it here. Reen seems troubled by the sight of you. Are you feeling alright, Akali? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its aether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about the Warden. Where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. Alright, well you will head to the Crystal... No. We will head to the Crystallarium, but that is going to be it. That's going to be where we stop for today. We will get back to story on Saturday. Tomorrow is a Eureka stream, and we bop around and slowly kill things with our stone spell and listen to vague mentions of plot. We do Doma, we do the Doma restoration, and then we do Eureka. So all streams, all Final Fantasy streams are now at 6 p.m. across the board. So that includes the Friday and the Saturday streams up until Endwalker. Endwalker will be the same, but eventually things will be on their normal schedule. But it's best to keep the one stream consistent. And then Saturday we'll have more plot, and Miss Q will be back with us. She's got a lot to catch up on. And then Sunday, which is usually a Final Fantasy stream, will be a Halloween stream. I don't know if I'm going to play something between Phasmophobia, but I will be playing Phasmophobia, and it will make me very, very sick, so we'll see how that goes. So look forward to that. It'll be a spooky stream. Otherwise, I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.